He says, I'm retired. I estimate about 90% of my funds are in qualified rollover IRA accounts. My goal is to convert a lot of the investments from the qualified IRA account to the Roth and individual investment accounts. We're in the 12% tax bracket. If I convert much of the qualified funds over to non-qualified funds, does that potentially cause us to go into a higher tax bracket even though I keep the funds invested?
The short answer is yes. It doesn't matter what you do with the money. When you take it out of an IRA account, that's when it becomes taxable. So even if you're taking stock out and moving it to a non-qualified account, the value of that investment on the day that you move it is what is taxed. So unfortunately, you can't really get out of paying the taxes on it unless, and it says he's 69. So in a year to a year and a half, depending on how far you are into your age 69. When you turn 70 and a half, you can get money out of that IRA in a tax-free way. You can switch over and start to do your giving out of that account. So that is one way to reduce your qualified account balances, because rather than using your cash or the income that you have coming in that is taxable to do your giving, you can do your giving directly from your IRA at that point, and that money comes out tax-free as long as you report it properly on your tax return. So that is a great way to consider reducing some of your qualified accounts. Now, if 90% of I'm really glad that you're doing this, because I think taxes are going to be higher in the future than what they are today, and I think 12% is a very, very reasonable tax rate to try to get some of that money out. Other things that you can look at doing are some planned giving. If you've not done your estate plan yet, I think it's very prudent for people to consider whether or not they have kingdom beneficiaries rather than just people beneficiaries. Is there any giving that you're doing now that you want to see continued when you go home to be with the Lord? You can carve out a piece of that. There's a strategy that you can use that you can get up to $50,000 out of your IRA to fund a charitable gift annuity or a charitable remainder trust. You can carve out a piece of that. Now, that is a very permanent thing. It's an irrevocable gift to nonprofit organizations that you do get income off of. So it gives you the ability to earn some income, even though you don't retain those assets anymore. You've given them to a trust that's going to benefit a ministry later on down the road, but it also gives you a tax deduction. So you get some money out of the account that way. You reduce your qualified holdings, plus you get a tax deduction, which may also give you the ability to take more income out of your IRA and still stay in that 12% bracket.